Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, where we get to things that we did not get to on the show today. And I think this includes something for Ryan Seacrest and fireworks, which are like the same thing. They both light up my day or night. I don't know. Whenever you don't like fireworks in the day. Okay, you want to start us off with our own little...
Okay, so we're going to catch up on a few things. This one might be a little bit longer. That's because I do believe that I will be taking tomorrow off, the 3rd. And then the 4th, we have the day off here.
I know. God bless
America
for our independence and our PTO.
Yeah, exactly. And then come Monday, Wally will be back.
Back to normal.
Yeah, we'll be back to normal.
If you've missed him.
With all the stories that he has
daughter,
to recap.
Ireland's been looking fun.
And did you see, too, that I didn't even know Disney did this. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but Marty, his wife, is a Disney adult. Mm-hmm. And I guess that there's a Disney store over where they're at.
Oh, yeah.
And you can unlock the store. Like they give you a key if you're the first one there, and you get to put this oversized key into a lock, and when you turn it, all the lights come on. And I guess she wanted to get there first, and she was just hoping that no kid would be there to beat her to it.
I'll be curious to know what time that was.
I think he said it was 8:30. So
in the morning?
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, I was thinking, to unlock for the whole store to open. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually does sound like a ton of fun.
And you get to keep a key or something.
It's like if Chick-fil-A came to you and said, Miss Betty Rock, would you mind?
Mm-hmm. I would be all over it. And I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even
6:30.
care if a kid showed up before me. I'd be like, I'd either pay the kid off.
There you go.
Or beat him down.
Yeah, I would that would be fun. You would be a great Chick-fil-A manager.
Thank you. I think I would. Until all those young kids wouldn't show up for their shift. And I'd be like, listen.
You'd struggle with that, but I could see you managing the restaurant. It's say the aged community shows up first.
Oh,
at 6:30, Joe comes in for his Chick-fil-A coffee, and
he
loves his chicken minis.
Bless him.
And you get to go around. You get to bless him.
I'm going to sneak in there an extra mini just for Joe, because Joe is just a sweetie. And he always tells me that my polos look nice.
Aw.
So Joe is just nice.
Oh, so kind of you.
Joe, stop it.
My dentures can't handle this. Oh,
stop it, Joe.
Amazing.
You're making me blush. Okay, let's move on to my story about Ryan Seacrest. And I'm sad that Wally's not here to enjoy this, because we all know how much he loves Ryan Seacrest. And I mean that facetiously. Ooh, now I'm really sounding like Wally. Okay, so Ryan Seacrest.
Do you know what that means?
No, not really. Ryan Seacrest is 50 years old. Did you know that?
Yeah, it surprises me, but I'm sure he pays healthy money to make sure he doesn't look
I'm sure he's
old.
had some work done for sure. But recently he posted a photo of himself, and a lot of the comments were people saying, he looks a bit too thin. Like he looks gaunt.
Really?
He looks frail. Is he taking Ozempic? We don't know. It's the photo where he's wearing these pleated khaki type pants.
Is it on his Insta?
Mm-hmm. It's the most recent. He's got his hands in his pockets.
Oh, actually, though, let's see here.
Do you think he looks a little gaunt?
The quick Google search. Do you know what that means?
Gaunt?
Yeah.
Like the hollows of your cheeks are showing.
Let me see here. Just because I care. I actually do care. Let's see here. Oh, wow.
You think he looks a little?
Does look really thin.
Thin?
He's wearing like that Steve Irwin type khaki getup.
I was going to say Harry Styles, but sure.
But this is like almost his post. Yeah, the jawline almost looks too. But then there's one of him working out.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. So one of his sources claims that don't worry about Ryan. He's healthy. He's trying a new workout routine, and obviously it's working. So, Gavin, I wanted to talk about this because you are on a health kick journey.
Weight loss journey?
Yeah, a weight loss journey.
I want to look like Ryan.
Oh, don't do that. You've lost how much?
33 at this point.
Dang, that's great. So you may want to incorporate some of the things that Ryan Seacrest is doing, though to me it sounds terrible.
I'll see if I agree with it.
So he does a plant-based diet.
Okay.
So he does protein shakes, salads, and if he does any type of meat, it's lean fish.
Yeah. It's funny because people hear plant-based and they think that just means like vegetarian. It just means you're getting a lot of good micronutrients and focusing on getting those things from plants. But there is plant-based protein powder, and then fish I couldn't do. I just don't like fish.
Yeah. He also does a shot of olive oil daily.
Yeah.
That's supposed to help with weight loss and inflammation.
I've heard about that. People can go over the top with olive oil when cooking, but I wouldn't take a shot of it though. That's it.
I know, that sounds gross.
I've heard the same with apple cider vinegar too though.
He also does weight training, cardio, jumping. He does it 4 to 5 days a week, and he'll do cold plunges and steaming for his muscles.
Very interesting. I haven't done enough research, nor do I have access to both. Those are like,
he's got a lot of money.
Those are rich people things. People who have like saunas and cold plunges. Though theoretically, I could just go down to DG, get a bag of ice, and put it in my bathtub. I thought about doing that.
Oh, that sounds
but it's
miserable.
Scary.
It's scary? I would just say miserable.
I don't know exactly what that stuff does. I think most of my research would say that doing plunges is more of just a shock to your system to wake you up versus actually helping your muscles.
I would need the Lord to come down and tell me it's actually beneficial for you, and then I would believe it. But it just sounds too miserable. I'm always cold, so I don't need to sit in a bath full of ice water.
Yeah.
Ugh, terrible.
I want to try it someday. I have enough interest in it to see
a cold plunge.
But it's like it has to be in front of me. Like I'm not going to craft or create my own cold plunge. I have to be somewhere.
Someone needs to already have it put together.
Yeah, but I've got a cold plunge for you.
You would try it then.
I would. Yeah.
All right. I get that. All right. Well, what about you?
Oh, fireworks. Speaking of the next thing.
Oh, you sound like me.
I do.
Oh, it's my turn.
I was really invested.
Sorry.
I thought there was more to his health journey. We have a list of the most interesting firework names that you might come across.
Some of them I've seen are really weird.
I know, and it's a time and place for weird. I think it's perfect. So I'm going to go through a few of the names. I'll start off by saying a few firework related stats for the year. So I'll start with spending, which I am not a firework guy. I'm not a pyrotechnic. I don't have pyrotechnic interest. It's cool. Like I want to watch it. I don't want to light it.
Okay.
And I want to watch the big ones. I'm not about those things on the street. I like
sparklers.
Cool.
Sparklers are fun, and those little white ones that you throw and they like pop.
Firecrackers.
I love a good fireworks show. I tell you what I love more than fireworks is the smell of fireworks.
It is kind of nice.
It smells so good.
It's good. I am super curious if fireworks are going to keep my kid up this Friday or if the sound machines that we have, because he goes to bed at 7. He went to bed at 6:20 last night. Dream.
Wow.
And I'll be curious to see if fireworks get to him. I hope not.
What about your dogs?
They're fine.
Oh, they don't care?
It's not that. Wow. It's not that chaotic for them. Also, our neighborhood's not. I don't. If in downtown, closer to downtown Nashville, the more likely that you're not going to be near insane fireworks. But the more rural you get, then you have neighborhoods that are lighting their own. Okay, but what people are spending on fireworks overall, the country is going to spend $2.7 billion. On projected to spend that much money on fireworks this year. That's insane.
Wow.
Total spending, the average individual spending on fireworks is around $170.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, and I grew up going to neighborhood 4th of July parties where they would literally like wall off or like, what is it called? Like block off the street so that you could throw the party and people would spend just big cash on these things.
And I've heard too where you can get together with friends and everyone gives a little bit of money and all that money goes towards this big huge fireworks.
If you have 10 families and everyone dedicates $50, like you're going to get $500 worth of a show.
You're going to do pretty good.
Now you're going to get a show from the sense of what's going to be going off in the air on the ground, but then hopefully you're not privy to a show in the form of an injury, because I also looked up injuries.
I've heard that July 4th and New Year's and Halloween are three of the most diabolical holidays.
Yeah.
Halloween, what do we do?
I think people
just get, I don't know, people just get crazy.
They do. I do think so. So this is from a couple of years ago. They estimated that there were 10,200 firework-related injuries treated in hospital emergency departments.
People losing fingers and toes.
I have read plenty of stories of people who light the firework, lose their fingers, all that kind of stuff. Partially one of the reasons why I'm not going to go out and light the fireworks myself.
It reminds me of one of my favorite viral TikTok moments, and that's when Terry can't back it up.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you?
And it's a guy in
he's in an electric wheelchair, and he's lighting a firework, but he lights it and it's sitting on the pavement. Okay, so he bends over to light the wick or whatever, but then he can't put his wheelchair in reverse. And so it's blowing up and he's right there beside it, and this guy filming it. It's so good. And no one was injured, so that's good. But
no, that's huge.
It's one of my favorites.
Ironically, diving into names now of fireworks that you'll see. Put it in reverse is a name of a firework.
There is. I want that one. And it should come in a little wheelchair. That would be hilarious.
Put your grandma next to it. Okay, so a few others. The Popo magnet.
The Popo magnet. It's for police.
Police. I need to ask my buddy who is a cop here in town how bad 4th of July tends to be. Like if it's something that they see.
I think it could be because a lot of people drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
100% alcohol is a negative
you don't want to be
impact.
On the road.
How many people are lighting fireworks? They shouldn't be.
And that's probably why they end up in the hospital.
Yeah. Okay. Popo magnet.
Like it.
Cat scat fever.
Cat.
There were a ton of cat related. What was another one? Laser kitties is one.
Laser kitties.
Light and run, which is what
light and run.
Terry should have done or wheeled away. Redneck finale.
Which is, that one sounds just like something I would love.
That's what fireworks are to me, though. Like fireworks
Redneck
to me
finale.
are like country.
Yeah.
They just people who have no fear.
Yeah.
And that's
Bottle
what
rockets!
rednecks are. There's daggum, which is what you'll say when you like daggum. Pizza apocalypse. That was I wonder what that is. Pizza shaped box. There was also the last one I saw, the unicorn. Don't love this word, but like unicorn puke, which is like I don't know.
I can't even imagine. They get really creative.
They do.
With these. And two, they even get creative with what they come in.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the sell is that you see this bright, crazy
That's why they do it.
box.
Yeah, they want to get you to
buy. They can do the same thing as something else that's not named something fun. But I'm going to buy laser kitties over big rocket or something.
Right, exactly. I think, too, because I know that in some states they have burn... What is it called? Like a burn.
We couldn't light fireworks when I lived in Wyoming because the area was too dry.
Yeah. But now I wouldn't be surprised if we see less and less of real fireworks and we see more drone.
Oh, light shows? Those are cool. They're
I've never
really
seen
cool
one, but I would love to see one.
I think it's probably very expensive to the manufacturing of fireworks can't be that expensive, but the drones I'm sure are.
If I got to invent or come up with my own firework, I would call it the Lee Greenwood.
Okay.
And when you light it, you'll hear a little song, okay? And it'll play, and I'm proud that he is American. Now, I don't know how. It might sound like it's coming from a Nokia phone type thing situation.
That'd be interesting. I think you should just have like speakers, and that should just be your
constantly just
your
going
repeat song.
Did you do fireworks growing up?
Yeah, I mean to an extent. Again, like we always went to like 4th of July parties, block parties, But if it was just my family, we would go somewhere to watch fireworks.
So you never lit one?
No, I mean I have. I definitely
you have. Oh, okay.
But again, I don't think it's that fun comparatively. Like I'd rather just sit back and watch my crazier friends do it.
Okay. I enjoy it. I like lighting them. I've had the bottle rockets where you hold them and they're supposed to shoot off in your hand type thing. That's a lot of fun.
I'd say even matching my personality, even holding a sparkler freaks me out just a little bit. It's going to get me.
I remember one party I went to. It was a 4th of July party. This was years ago. And I forget what the firework was called, but it was one of those, it was kind of like a pinwheel, and you had to nail it to a tree, okay? And then you would light it, and as you lit it, it would start spinning, okay? Cool. And then it would look really cool, because, it's making this fire circle type thing situation. It was really neat. But it only lasted for a minute, not even that, because I guess whoever nailed it to the tree didn't nail it in good enough, and it came off the tree, and then it started spinning on the ground and shooting fireworks at our feet.
That's why I'm good. I'm good.
But you talk about a memory.
I don't need it.
See, I lived to tell about it.
What if the memory was, fire toes?
And that's how I lost my foot.
Yeah, I don't want to tell that story. This is how my son lost his leg.
Right. All right, now we're going to turn to birthdays, and we're going to catch up on a few of them because, like I said, we won't be back till Monday. So here we go. Emily. Emily is celebrating a birthday today. She said, I'm turning 22. My Taylor Swift birthday. Is Taylor Swift's birthday today?
I'm feeling 22.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Come on.
Thank you for helping me with that. I can always count on you. She said, I love drugs. I'm a pharmacy student. Oh, I'm a major Carlos Sands fan. Do you know who that is?
Carlos Sands.
She put a hot pepper
Sands
emoji. I don't know who that is.
Spell it.
Sainz.
Right. Carlos Sainz. He's a Formula One driver.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I enjoy staring at my 3 fish tanks when I'm not studying, working, or napping. Wow, Emily, you really know how to party. I love it. Happy birthday. Steven is celebrating a birthday today. He's turning 14. He says, I love Zelda and Legos. Please tell Betty Rock how to say crayon. Okay,
Crayon.
Listen.
I say crayon. I don't
Listen,
even
Steven,
crayon.
If you lived in the South, you would hear it says crown.
Oh, that's gross. But
no, it's not. You color with crowns. Crayon takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, crayon. If you are someone who does say crayon or caramel, you are, it's a whole extra syllable that you have to pronunciate, and that's just not American.
Steven, stay in your lane. But happy birthday.
What is his name?
Carrie wants to wish Nathan a happy birthday. He's celebrating today. He's turning 38 years old. She said, Nathan is my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And currently trophy husband of 11 years. Can you say? I guess he is an ex-boyfriend because now he's
She just got
her
creative
husband.
with how she explained it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. He said he once had a pet peeve, but it died. What does that mean? He now spends his days wrangling 4 kids and making sure there's food in the house. Carrie.
You're funny, Carrie.
Yeah. Dad, Mom, Lucy, Maisie, and Eli want to wish Isaac a happy birthday. He's celebrating on July 4th, turning 7 years old. Isaac is a great brother who is caring, a terrific sharer, and has big emotions. He loves plants and wants to be a farmer when he grows up. That's precious. He also loves corn and collects almost every rock he sees. It's corn. A big lump of knobs. It has the juice. It has the juice.
I'll tell you this. In terms of TikTok viral moments that made me the happiest, that was my favorite TikTok.
Kid.
That was my favorite era of TikTok. That was a few years ago. Maybe it's because I didn't have a kid yet, and I was like, I have all the free time to watch silly corn videos.
That kid, and bless it, he will never be able to live it down either. Mason is celebrating a birthday on the 5th. He said, I love to record music, my podcast, Christian Media now, and I love emailing Wally about tips in the industry. Ooh, you're barking up the wrong tree, Mason. Okay, let's go to Carrie's question. Carrie, she asked, Are there any conspiracy theories you believe or wish were true?
Wish were true?
Yeah, she's like, birds aren't real. Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster,
moon.
aliens, lizard people.
I wish the Loch Ness Monster was real.
Why?
I don't know why. That just sounds really cool. Because I'm never going to be in Scotland. So, like, it doesn't matter if it's real or not.
The Loch Ness Monster doesn't have to stay in Scotland. I don't even know if he's in Scotland. He can move.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, my gosh, I'm sorry.
Wow. We're boring.
I know. I know. I don't know why I'm so tired. I slept well.
Okay. I'm going to talk about two conspiracy theories.
You do it.
First one that I was listening to because it was on a recent podcast of mine. Not of mine, but one that I listened to. They were talking about the moon landing and how they can prove that it's not true. Mm-hmm. That there was something to do with shadows, something to do with the photos that they took. They put them like through a window in a car. I don't know. Sure. I got lost in it. But anyways, they can prove that it's not true. Now, if that's the case, and it would make sense in a way because you think about it, like we were able to accomplish that in the 60s and yet we haven't done it again.
Yeah, that would be my big thing is that why, unless there's just really nothing crazy insightful to collect on the moon by physically going there when we have drones like rovers and technology that just doesn't require humanity to step foot. Because if you're sending a person there to track stuff, to get stuff so that we can look at it here, and it costs way more to do that as opposed to just sending rovers there to collect the samples and bring them back.
Right.
I see the logical sense there because, it's like, why send people to spend all our tax money?
Well, the podcast I was listening to, they said that back in the day, and it is true, if you watch movies or shows
it was competitive.
In the 60s, a big thing was astronauts going to space, all the things. And there was Russia or Germany or somebody
us
that
beating
was,
Russia or China.
And so
something.
The rumor is, the conspiracy theory is that they wanted other countries to believe that we had already made it, but we really didn't. Yeah.
Just to display our dominance, our power technologically.
And there's like one security guard, I think, that he was there when it all went down and he was told to never talk about it, but then on his deathbed he claimed. And then they're like,
I don't know if I trust anyone on their deathbed.
But then they were like, why would he say all this on his deathbed? He had nothing to lose.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Was he like, if you're on your deathbed, how lucid are you at 90-something years old?
Well, that's true. I don't know.
I think. Oh, it's funny. They made a movie recently. It was like a year or two ago where it was Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson about faking the moon landing.
Oh, it was about faking.
The movie was about.
I never saw it.
Sorry to spoil that. It was about them creating the footage to fake their landing on the moon.
Interesting.
To kind of probably poke light at that conspiracy theory.
Now, to go to one that I believe is true.
Birds aren't real?
I don't even understand that. Like
they're all just government.
No, I
spies.
believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that our phones are listening to us.
Dude.
Because I cannot tell you the amount of times I have been talking with someone in the room about something. My phone is in the same room with me, and all of a sudden on social media or somewhere, something pops up and it says, it's the same thing that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're listening.
No, there was like a couple weeks ago, a listener emailed me because I did a story about like Colton Dixon being into perfumes and colognes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, here's a site that I really like to go to. So I went to that site on my computer, on my work computer, my work laptop. And then later that day, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm getting advertisements for that company. Just a ton of them.
See, they pay attention.
They do. Everything's interconnected, though.
Right, but even mine hasn't been like search generated. Like for instance, yours, you were Googling it. Okay, I didn't Google anything. I was talking about it, and it just popped up. And you You can't tell me they're not listening. And also, I got to say, you're not learning anything from me.
Here, I'm gonna test something.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of this. Let's see here. Okay. Give me advertisements for Old Navy sweatshirts later today. I'm saying that. I'm going to see if I get an Old Navy ad on my phone
If
later.
you do, you keep us updated. Come Monday, I want to know.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting. Okay, what about you? Conspiracy theory.
This is the Walt Disney's head is actually frozen. But this is one. I read this theory today that added another layer to it. It's like people have long discussed the conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenic technology to freeze himself when he died. And though the Disney family refutes the claims, however, a new theory is that the Walt Disney Company created the movie Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract people from the late Walt Disney's possible Frozen procedure. They made an entire movie so that when people Googled Frozen, Disney Frozen, then
that's
you're
the only thing
just
that
getting Elsa and Anna and Sven and all of them. That's an interesting and kind of hilarious
but what
conspiracy
what
theory.
would Walt have in freezing himself?
Nothing. I don't know.
But you know, people do that. I watched
heard
a documentary about it where people are like, they pass on, and that's what they want, is to be frozen, so that when medical science catches up to whatever sickness that they had and can cure it, then they can cure it and they're back. Isn't that weird?
I mean, if I had endless funds, I would do that. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Just put me to sleep and then freeze me at a pretty late age.
When does Freezerberg play into it?
They're smart enough to not do that, I think.
So weird.
I don't either. It's not like they're putting you on ice. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get
odd.
it. Put me in fugue.
I'm not about
also, in my head at least, when my time comes, I don't need to delay it. I'm not too worried about where I'm going afterwards.
Well, and that's believing too, like if you're frozen and that you can come back, that's believing that your soul never left your body.
Yeah.
That it's still sitting there.
It's interesting. I think it's odd. Like, you'd have to theoretically not die. Like I think
that's
you'd
weird.
you'd have to freeze yourself before the actual, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to the sci-fi scientific
We'll stay here
movie.
Where our phones are listening to us.
Is Disney actually frozen? See what it says later.
Let's get to
weekend plans.
Everybody's got them. You didn't do it with me.
Okay, right.
Weekend plans. Everybody's got them weekend plans.
Hey.
Okay, what am I doing? Well, I had some friends of mine that are renting a boat on July 4th.
You got really sunburned last time you did that.
That's true, I did.
So lather up.
And I told them that I'm not doing it this year. It's
It's so fun.
What is fun to you? Like, tell me the fun part. Here's what I figured out. Okay, wait a minute. Let me tell you what my situation is. Okay, so it's about probably 10 friends or whatever. We're gonna go out on a lake. Yeah, they rent a boat. It's going to cost me $75. Okay, $75 per person. Okay,
I'm thinking
you
about
go
spending
out there. You
$500.
you bring the snacks and everything.
Yeah.
Now I've done it twice.
Yes,
and both times I was like, after hour 1 or 2, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home. Okay. But this is an all-day thing.
Yes, you rent it from like 8 to 5.
Right. And also, too, like you said, sunburn. So I'm constantly needing to think about that. I don't get the food that I really, really want. Like I'm having to deal with bologna sandwiches and watermelon. Like I want fried chicken or something. Anyway, on top of that, the water is dirty. You never see anyone go to the bathroom because we're in the middle of a lake and they're all using the bathroom in the lake and I am just swimming in it. Also, too, what's underneath me? Is there a water moccasin? Is there a snapping turtle? All the people surrounded by me, not my friends, but all the other people that are on the lake, it is just it's like a party. It's a club and it's just, and I get hot. And I just it's just not my thing. However, I was talking to my mom about this. Had I thought about this before I told my friends no, I might have said yes.
But you've already said no.
I already said no, so it's too late. But bringing a fishing rod if I could go out there.
Have you ever fished?
Yeah.
No, that was a silly question. When was the last time you fished?
Years.
Catfish camp does not count.
Yeah, it's been years, and I never caught anything. Like, I caught a stick, and I caught a branch out of a tree that my dad had to, like, try and pull out. Anyway, that would be fun for me.
Okay.
Go fishing. Or, I just thought of this. Have you seen on TikTok where people do magnet fishing? Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Where they take like a big magnet and they throw it in water and they see what they can catch? That would be fun. But I think
see if you find my hat that I lost like 2 years ago.
Well, I think what it is that it's just at some point it gets boring to me.
Okay.
And I'm like, I want to go home. I want to shower.
I am all about the get in, start cruising, and then every once in a while you pop off, get out in the water, do a little bit of swimming. There's this place in the one that we go to where you can go up to this bank so that you can jump in the water, bring a Frisbee, bring like a ball to skip around or something like that.
Yeah.
Food, delicious. I'm a ham and cheese connoisseur. Watermelon
I mean,
lover.
I'm not against those things. I think maybe it's the same feeling I feel when I'm on a flight where it's like I can't go anywhere. And it's not so much that it's not claustrophobia.
Yeah.
It's more of just like all my choices are taken away from me.
And also, like, you can make the argument, it's like, oh, but you're being with your friend. Like, the fun is being with your friends. But in essence, it's not like you have people over to your house to sit on your couch and your chairs for 8 hours to talk.
And if you want to go to the
day.
bathroom, you can. If you need to blow your nose, you can. I don't know. It's just if I'm cold or if I'm hot.
You're not going to be cold. But
I'm
if you're hot,
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a
I don't know.
You are very committed to the entire day.
That's it. You're very committed. Maybe I have a problem with commitment. I don't think I do.
You don't because you do puzzles. So that rectifies that.
Yeah. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm still checking with a few people to see the Franklin, or the town near us. They do like this Franklin on the 4th where they have all these vendors pop up and, and they're selling things in downtown Franklin, and they also have all the carnival food, which I love. Give me a big sweet tea, give me those kettle chips, the spiral fries, give me the funnel cake. I am all in.
I'm so hungry right now.
Anyways,
that sounds great.
What about you?
So 4th of July, I do need your take on this. So we have some friends who are moving from their rental house to their actual house on 4th of July. So they are renting a U-Haul.
No.
And
you got caught in this last time.
No, so the U-Haul is getting picked up at 9. Okay. And then it's just going to be like a 2-hour sprint to...
That's what they always say.
It is what they always say. But it's a 2-hour sprint to get all that done and get them into their house.
Oh, on July 4th?
It's on July 4th.
That's a holiday. People are supposed to be with their friends and family.
They might have struggled to find a U-Haul around
that was
time.
Poor planning on their part.
Maybe. But I'm trying to figure out if I say yes to it. The reasons for saying yes, being a helpful friend, because...
Have they helped you in the past?
No, but they've only been here for a couple of years. We didn't know them when they would have been asking.
Right. Okay.
So I think I'd get a crown in heaven for this. That's something I think I would like to have.
But is it worth it?
But also, if it's at 9, like Bennett goes down for a nap around 9 or 9:30 every day. So it's I would have Haley would just be at home with him, but 2 hours where I'm gonna be at my house resting.
Yeah.
Or saying, I'll come help you guys move.
Oh, you're a good person.
It's tough because they know. Like, they aren't sitting there saying, like, but please. Like, it's like, hey, we know this is 4th of July. If you were able to help.
How many people are going?
I only know of, I talked to a buddy of mine who lives down the street last night, and he said that he was interested in going. But his wife's a nurse, so he's got nothing else that he has planned. So it'd be an opportunity to hang out with some buddies of mine while helping them move.
Here's what I would say.
But it's 4th of July.
I know. Here's what I would say. If you're going to do it, put a time frame on it and really make it well known.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I can do this from 9 to 11, but I got to be done by 11. I got to be out of here.
Yeah.
and you don't have to give a reason. It could be because Bennett's getting up from his nap and you've got to relieve Haley.
They get it. They know that they
I would say,
are doing this on a tough
that's what
day.
I would tell you, because your last situation, you got stuck in a situation that should have been short, but it ended up being an all-day scenario.
That one was tough. That was helping a widow. Also crown in heaven. You're
going to get that crown. Okay. So I would say that would be, if you're going to do it, if you've decided you're going to do it, then I would put parameters.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to get because I want to.
Because here's
we
the thing
go do
too.
some stuff too.
Right. Here's the thing too. They should, like when you helped me with moving, I had everything packed, ready to go, and pushed towards the door. And when I say 2 hours, 2 hours is what I wanted it to be, because I wasn't going to pay to have the movers any longer than.
What'd you do this last time?
Movers.
You did movers. Okay.
So I would say you need to have parameters, because I don't know if these people are like that or not. But they should think that through, and they should be that way.
He said, I'll get you lunch. I'll do all this stuff. Like, I think they're very conscientious and know that this is not a day that they expect the help. If they get the help, great. But I think they are fully planning on not having people help. And that in my head, I'm like, oh, you're so humble. Like, it makes me want to help you more.
I understand.
We'll see. I'll do anything to look like I'm a good person.
To make up for all the times when you're not.
It's all PR at this point.
Yeah, totally. I get that. It's all PR. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
All right. Well, on
that's all I've got. Other than that, my wife's family's coming into town for 10 plus days or so.
Wow. Okay, but that also means that you get some relief from Bennett.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and just help with, like, I hate the passion doing dishes. It's just one of those things that when I
you don't have a dishwasher.
To do it, no, I don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, that's rough.
So somebody who's able to do that, that would be massive.
Yeah, I totally get that. All right, guys.
Let's go.
On that point, we're out. We will see you on Monday
Back
with
to normal.
Wally. Yep. So until then, happy 4th of July. Nice.
That's fire.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.